You can see it's got more flavor. Carefree sugarless gum.
Tomorrow night, David Jansen is a police detective who mistakenly shoots the wrong man and finds himself in serious trouble in the Tuesday night 8 o'clock movie on Channel 48, 11 on Saturday night.
Yes, Mr. Whitney, you heard correctly. It's your old friend from Paris, Collier Wells. I trust you remember me.
Oh, yes, Mr. Wells. I remember you quite well.
Get inside, get another line in the kitchen. Call the police, have them trace this call. It's the burglar who robbed my house.
Yes, Mr. Wells. Let's see. If memory serves, you and I struck rather an interesting deal in Paris. Must have been, 2 years ago or so.
2 years? Good heavens, it doesn't seem possible, does it? My, how time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
It's no use, Mr. Whitney. I know you're going to try to have this phone call traced. People try to do it all the time. It's not that easy. I know from experience.
Oh, yes, I imagine in your line of business, you would have to know things like that.
Quite so.
Well, there must be some reason for your call at this time.
My, it almost slipped my mind amidst all this amusement. I'm calling to tell you that I'm going to leave a very important message for you this morning with the Chief of Police.
Spencer. Spencer!
Sorry, Mr. Whitney, but...
Yeah, I know. He wasn't on long enough to trace it. It probably wouldn't have worked anyway. Thank you, Spencer.
This is a good one, mister. You should read this one.
No thanks, Benny. I don't know why they call them comic books anyway. I never thought they were very funny, even as a kid.
No, this one's different. This is about a guy who gets caught in a cement mixer and then...
Gavin, I have to talk to you right now.
Now, Joyce, did you get the money?
Yes, but what I have to tell you about has nothing to do with money. It has to do with time.
What?
Yes, I just heard something very strange from Martine. It's about Skylar Whitney's watch.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Duncan Hines Layer Cake Mixes, Light and Moist Deluxe 2 and Extra Moist Pudding Recipe, and by new Formula Era, a new combination of powerful cleaners concentrated into 1/4 cup.
When we set out to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did, all in the concentrated 1/4 cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little 1/4 cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Could you bake a better cake than a pastry chef?
I bake a mean cake, but there I am with the head chef of famous Sardi's restaurant. It was his cake against my Duncan Hines. It was really a tough test because you know who judged? Vincent Sardi himself.
This is a very, very good cake.
Oops, that was the chef's cake.
This cake is, well, it's equally moist and has a very nice texture. Has a little more flavor. I like this cake better.
Were they shocked?
I'll be not. You're against the pro here. I'll take the cake.
Duncan Hines cakes, so moist and delicious you can make them better than a pastry chef's cake.
Benny, why don't you go out and get us something to eat? A couple of sandwiches would be nice.
You trying to get rid of me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what any of
No,
this
hold
means.
on, Jody. Just come down, huh? You came in here 3 feet off the ground. Now sit down and tell the story from the beginning.
Well, when I went to see Martine, she told me a lot of things. I mean, one of the first things she said was that Collier Wells is in Monticello.
Martine's husband? Back in Monticello? He must be crazy. He's really taking a chance. He's wanted by the police in this country and half a dozen others.
Well, Martine says he is taking a chance, a very big chance, but he just doesn't care. Gavin, I swore to Martine that I wouldn't give Collier away. But I suppose I could tell you this. I mean, I know she wouldn't mind.
I don't understand, honey. Tell me what.
Collier committed a crime right here in Monticello. Now, I know you're not going to believe this, but last night he robbed Skylar Whitney's house.
Rob Sky's house?
Now,
You're
wait,
kidding.
there's more. The important thing in this is the watch. The watch was among the things that he stole, Gavin. Martine saw it.
We'll watch.
Well, that day, that awful day at the studio, when I was there alone with Gunther, he had this watch that he kept gloating over, and he showed it to me.
Oh, you're wasting time, honey. Well, we could have had a lot of fun together, you and me. Now look at the time. The evening's gonna get away from us, sugar. Oh, by the way, how do you like my new watch, huh? Oh, but you can hear it, can't you? Yeah, it's a pretty little tune, isn't it? It plays every time you open the case. Oh, it's got my initials in it, too. Want to see? Huh? Well, go ahead. Take a look at it. It's an antique, a genuine antique. Mr. Whitney, he gave it to me as a token of his esteem for my devoted loyalty. Yeah, look, see? It's got his initials in it, too. I guess that shows just how close we are, me and the boss. Yeah, you'd be surprised how close we are. You know, some people can't tell the difference between the employer and the employee.
I'll never forget that moment as long as I live. Or that watch.
So what you're saying is that Martine spotted the watch among the loot that Collier stole from Sky?
Yes. And Collier found it in the bedroom. But how could it be there when Gunther had it? I saw it in his hand myself.
I don't know. I'm sure it's something simple enough. Sky probably reclaimed it from Gunther after he died. Gunther probably swiped it from Sky, and Sky just took it back. That's all. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't understand it, Gavin. It has to mean something. But how do we find out what it means?
Glum is the word for the mood at this table. Glum, why are you two so down?
Who's down? I feel great. I just can't keep my eyes open, that's all. I went to the opening of the Whitney Dance Company last night. Oh, yeah, right. Came here first. And I didn't get to bed until 4 o'clock.
So you are the reason that Mitzi is turning in such a poor performance today.
Oh.
Well, then, Mitzi can serve you, and she will serve you wrong, which serves you right.
Mitzi, huh? How'd you get her to go with you? Blackmail? No. I had these 2 tickets to the concert. Oh, yeah, that's right. You gave them to me. And I had no date, so I said to myself, why do you always work so hard to get a date? Why don't you just relax and let life wash over you, you know? The next girl you see, take her to the theater. So I looked up, and there was Mitzi. So I took her. Now, granted, she's not my usual grade A type of girl, but hey, she's okay. I mean, well, she is a girl. I mean, she wore a dress and everything.
Pardon me.
Oh, what's light on yonder window breaks? 'Tis the east, and Mitzi is the sun.
Would you care to place your order now, sir?
Well, sure, yeah, well, I'll have a,
A what?
I don't know. Look, Mitzi, if you're angry because I kept you out late last night, I'm sorry. I was just having such a wonderful time. I didn't know what time it was.
I assure you, sir, it is of no difference. And I can assure you that it will never happen again.
Well, why not? I don't know. Look, I'd like to go out again, really.
I'm sorry, but my date book is filled way into the future. Now, what do you want to eat?
Why don't you just give my friend some crow, Mitzi?
Yeah, under glass. Roast beef, mashed potatoes, green peas.
I'll have an omelet and a green salad. Boy, you really have a way with women. I gotta hand it to you. You handled that beautifully.
I'm sitting here bleeding, and all you do is tell jokes. Boy, I must have offended her some way. I don't know how, really. I didn't want to.
Yeah, well, it's too bad, too. She seems like a cute kid.
She is. She's a lot of fun, too. But I had a wonderful time last night, really. Calvin, what's wrong with me?
Cliff, I tell you, except we only have an hour for lunch.
No, seriously. Why do I always louse things up with girls? Especially girls I like. Do you think it's a curse of my genius? Do you have that trouble?
Me? You forget. I am a married man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You wouldn't qualify. Oh, did you leave the machine on?
Yes, I did, and I also locked the door.
For two.
Well, what do you know? There really is another guy.
Not tonight, Sam. I've got sinus.
Sure it's not a headache.
No, my whole face hurts. It's sinus.
It shows.
Oh, well, maybe tomorrow, huh?
Maybe. You know, Sally always takes sign-off.
Really?
Announcing new extra-strength sign-off capsules. Each day's dose has twice as much for pain as the leading sinus tablet for relief that shows.
Somebody I know took sign-off.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
It shows.
Who's Sally?
Extra-strength sign-off in the bright red box for sinus relief that shows.
One look at Natalie Wood's hands, and you see it. She's discovered new Raintree hand and body lotion.
If I were you, new Raintree's the last hand lotion I'd ever try. It's that good, and it's that greaseless. Raintree adds natural protein powder. It gets the greasy feel out, puts the softness in. Softness your skin absorbs instantly.
New Raintree hand and body lotion with protein.
Raintree may be the last hand lotion you ever try. It's that good, and it's that greaseless.
I'm certainly lucky to be in one of Monticello's most fabulous restaurants with two of its most lovely young ladies. It's what they would call definite riches.
I just came for the flattery.
So did I.
Actually, my day started out rather routinely, but it seems to be picking up. Must be the company.
Yes, I'm glad we were able to get together. However, my day did not start out routinely. Now, I don't know how ethical it was to call the editor-in-chief of the Monticello Star, but I had a nice long talk with him about their overuse of the Jim Diedrichson story.
Well, now, why wouldn't it be ethical for you to call him? It seems to me you have every right.
Well, he might have thought that I was a little nervy, complaining, because after all, I am the competition, but frankly, I really don't care what he thinks.
Nancy, it was your story to begin with. They stole it from you.
Well, what did you say to him, Nancy? Well, first of all, I said that I thought they used the story to excess. And then I made some lofty remarks about responsible journalism. I was in high dudgeon, quite proud and quite, justified.
Oh, Nancy, you went to all that trouble for me, but you really shouldn't have bothered. I have learned to just ignore the whole thing. I can live with it.
Valerie, I really do think that's the only way to handle it.
And I certainly hope that's the last of the Jim Diedrichson story that we're gonna hear.
Kelly, remember our pact?
What pact?
Kelly and I made a deal the other day. We were not going to mention that name anymore. But he seems to have forgotten.
We didn't shake on it.
We did too.
We did not.
Let's shake on it now, again.
Peace.
Well, I don't think you're going to be annoyed anymore because I'm very happy to say that the editor is a reasonable man. And he agreed with me. And he said that they weren't going to use the story anymore.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's rather disarming.
Sounds like an all right kind of guy.
Oh, he really is. He really is. He even offered me a job.
What?
Yes, it's substantially more money, I might add, but I didn't accept.
Well, that's a relief.
No, I couldn't leave the news. It's my second home.
Well, anyway, I'm glad that this guy agreed to kill the story. And Val, no matter what you say about this whole thing not bothering you, I'm sure that it must have some kind of effect on you.
Of course, it can't help but have that.
And I don't just mean Mr. Unmentionable. I mean, all the gossip about that tremendous sum of money that you're going to inherit or the possibility that you would inherit.
Well, I'll just survive that, too.
Maybe. But maybe that's the reason you have a feeling that someone's following you.
What? What do you mean?
Well, I noticed it yesterday for the first time, and maybe it's just my imagination, or I am getting paranoid or something.
What did you notice?
Well, I keep seeing this same man, or I see a person wearing this particular jacket. I saw him outside the theater last night and then again in the park.
Could you describe them?
Well, no, I can't really say what he looks like, but he's always wearing this jacket. It's a checkered jacket, and I don't know, it seems like everywhere I go, I'm just suddenly aware of him being there.
Really? That's very curious.
Well, as I say, maybe it is just my imagination.
Or it could be just some guy trying to get up enough nerve to meet you. And that happens sometimes when there's a whole lot of publicity about someone inheriting a lot of money.
You're right, that's true, yeah. Well, now the publicity is stopped, so nobody will be reading about it anymore. And so you won't be getting so much public attention. Yeah. Oh, thanks, I've had enough.
Can you have our check, please? Can you get a chance? Thank you very much.
It was very good.
What one family can do to a bathroom. And it's not just the dirt. It's those bathroom germs. So I don't just clean. I cometize.
See? Comet disinfects as it cleans, so it wipes away the dirt and the germs.
That's cometized. Comet even kills up to 99% of toilet bowl germs. That's cometized.
Comet with chlorinol. So effective, nothing cleans and disinfects bathrooms better.
So don't just clean your bathroom. Cometize.
You invite me over for a friendly dinner, and look what I find.
Another glass.
Eddie, it's got lipstick on it.
And just after this greasy pan.
It's not my shade.
Dawn will handle it.
After those greasy dishes?
Try it yourself.
Water doesn't feel greasy, or my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one.
Dawn's great, huh?
Now, about the lipstick.
What lipstick?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Betsy smells funny.
That's baby smells. Smelly formula, sticky baby food.
Diapers.
That's ammonia. Baby laundry is a special problem. So instead of regular detergent, I use Dreft with enriched borax. It's specially made for baby laundry.
There's borax in grain after grain of Dreft. Dreft gets tough baby laundry clean and clean smelling.
Now she smells good.
Dreft cleans baby smells out of baby laundry.
It's a real mess, Mike, this thing between Gavin Wiley and Jody Travers. It's still the toughest assignment in the book, too, trying to find a runaway, and this time we got two of them.
I know it is, Derek. I can think of a dozen cases of fugitives who weren't apprehended for years, sometimes never.
Not a very cheerful prospect, is it? What do you think it would take to make one or both of them give it all up?
I have no way of knowing, but I do have a strong hunch about these two kids.
Yeah, what's that?
I would guess that they've gone through a lot the last few days, and that by now their hearts just aren't in it. I'm sure they realize the odds are against them. I have the feeling that this will all be over very soon.
Well, I hope you're right, but right now they're scared. There's no doubt about that. Being scared, they're liable to do anything or go anywhere. That's why I hope they do the right thing for their own sakes. I wouldn't want to see anybody else get hurt.
Nancy and I were thinking about them last night when we were at the Whitney Dance Theater. They were such an important part of the whole thing. Jody as a performer and Gavin as the choreographer. It's a shame that they couldn't be there to share that success.
Yeah, that was really a big night last night, Mike. Bigger night for Sky Whitney than even he'd imagined, and I don't mean artistically.
What do you mean?
Keep it confidential. I haven't made it public yet, but Whitney Mansion was robbed again last night.
Again? He's becoming a popular target, isn't he?
This time the intruder was successful. Cleaned out the place, mostly jewelry. We, however, weren't so successful. We managed to let him get away, but we do have one advantage.
What's that?
We know who it is. Or at least we have a good reason to believe it was a man named Collier Wells.
Collier Wells? Well, I've never heard that name before. Oh, that's the man that Damien Tyler's been looking for, isn't it?
Tyler thinks that Collier Wells and Carlo Crown are one and the same.
What? The photographer?
Yeah. Unfortunately, our proof isn't very firm, and his alibi happens to be kind of strong, provided by Mrs. Collier Wells, for what that's worth.
Mrs. Wells?
Martine Duval.
She's married to Collier Wells?
Yeah, but we don't have any photographs, no fingerprints, no identifying data at all on either Wells or Crown, so we're stymied for the moment. Yes. Yes, it's okay. He can come in. This guy Whitney says it's urgent.
Hello, Chief. Oh, Mr. Carr.
Hello, Mr. Whitney.
I'm glad you're here.
You said this was urgent?
You're damn right it is. You know, that Detective Tyler of yours was right. Wells was responsible for the burglary at my house last night. He had the gall, the colossal gall, to call my house and admit it. Not only that, he said there was some message from me here at police headquarters.
What message?
How the hell do I know?
Well, you must have been sent on a wild goose chase. There's no message here for you from anyone. You come in.
Sorry for the interruption, Mr. Whitney, but...
Oh, this is my new driver, Spencer Varney. This is Chief Valerie and Mr. Carr.
Gentlemen?
I thought I told you to wait by the car, Spencer.
I thought this important enough to take the liberty, sir. Someone threw this package in the car. I didn't see who it was, and I opened it to make sure it was safe.
Well, what do you know? This is the stuff that was robbed from my house last night.
He sent it all back. I wonder why.
I only wish I knew.
Say, isn't that beautiful? Say, just the way I like it.
Thank you, Mitzi.
You're welcome, I'm sure.
You're looking beautiful today. Well, considering you didn't get much sleep last night.
Would you care for anything else?
No, thank you, Mitzi. Cliff, why don't you just quit while you're behind?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't open my mouth except to eat.
I'll be right back, buddy. I have to go satisfy my curiosity. Well, good afternoon.
Hi, Calvin Stoner. This is Julius Newcomb. Julius Calvin.
Well, Mr. Newcomb, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Julius, Calvin is in the law business, too. He's a cop.
Aha. Well, then I guess we won't have very many encounters, Mr. Stoner. My specialty is corporate law.
Oh, well, judging from some of the corporate types I've met, Mr. Newcomb, we may very well have that encounter yet.
Would you care to order now?
How about that steak, Dee Dee?
Sounds fine to me.
Well, I won't disturb you any longer. It was nice meeting you.
My pleasure.
Calvin, here's a phone call for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Stoner here.
It's Gavin. Be quiet. Just listen to me, okay? Don't ask any questions. Believe me, it'll be better for both of us, please. Just answer one.
Okay, what?
Was there an antique pocket watch found on Gunther Wagner's body?
You've got a ticket on the Heartburn Express. If one Rolaids tablet can't cut the mustard, you should know about one Tums and one Rolaids tablet both neutralize the stomach acid in seconds. But when your stomach turns out 1/3 more acid, Tums can still absorb it. Rolaids can't. Not in seconds, not ever. That's why you should switch to Tums.
This remarkable Fisher-Price doll is Baby Soft Sounds. Pick her up. She makes happy sounds. Put her down. She cries.
What are you doing?
sounds so real.
Baby Soft Sounds with a unique electronic voice box by Fisher-Price.
Tonight at 7, Lamont brings home an antique gun and Fred decides to practice his Deadeye on Sanford and Son. Then at 7:30, the doctor says it's time for Archie to lose weight, so the entire Bunker family goes on a diet to help out on All in the Family.
Look, the only watch found on Gunther Wagner was his wristwatch, and it didn't look anything like an antique to me. I don't know anything about any kind of pocket watch, Captain.
Are you absolutely sure?
I am positive. And look, when are you gonna get over this disappearing act and get back here and clean this mess up?
Sorry, Calvin, something I gotta do. It's true. There was no pocket watch found on Gunther. It was gone. But somehow it wound up in Sky's house.
But how could it?
I have the vaguest idea. Sky arrived at the studio after the police examined Gunther's body. At least that's what the newspaper said. But how did Sky get it? How?
Gavin, maybe Sky was at the studio. But maybe he was there before the police arrived.
How do the Morgans clean their rug?
By spending $12.50 on a steam machine.
But the Browns get the same looking results.
With an easier, less expensive way. Woolite Spray Foam Rug Cleaner. Woolite penetrates into rug fibers to clean ground-in dirt. Oh, our rug looks clean.
Smells fresh, too. We spent $12.50 on a steam machine.
Next time it's Woolite.
Use Woolite Spray Foam Rug Cleaner.
For rugs that can look steam machine clean.
Joyce, I'll never sleep with this stuffed up nose. Got some capsules, tablets, liquid?
They can't do what this can do. New Dristan long-lasting nasal mist. Relieves congestion fast. Lasts up to 12 hours.
That was fast. I'm clear.
Get some sleep.
In actual tests with Dristan's medicine, many patients particularly noted an improved ability to sleep.
Dristan mist got me through the night. I'm still clear.
New Dristan long-lasting nasal mist with the longest-lasting decongestant you can buy.
Tonight at 8, David Jansen stars as a police detective guilty of shooting the wrong man in the Channel 48 Tuesday night movie, Warning Shot. Now, stay tuned for The Love Boat.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
When your heater breaks down or your bills are too high, call the family plumber. He'll gladly stop by. Anthony's the name. You get fast service. The heater check is free, so don't be nervous. They'll install a new heater, fix an old one like new. Electric, gas, or oil save energy, too. Now, don't you forget, if your heater's a bummer, check the yellow pages for Anthony the plumber. No excuses about it. Anthony can help you heat your home for less.
The most exciting gift catalog ever. From the Swiss colony, free with just a toll-free call. You've never seen anything like it.
Hundreds of gifts, many under $10, more under $5, dozens with discount savings up to 25%.
Call right now. We'll include $17 in TV coupons.
Plus this special coupon, good for £1.25 reel of our famous aged cheddar cheese, free with your first order.
For your free copy, call 800-356-9000.
Toll free, 800-356.
Helter Skelter Part 1. Parental discretion is advised.